Welcome back to the Crypto Power Hour, the number one crypto show on Rumble. Of course, powered by our friends over at Solum Global with your host, George Ballantyne, and myself, Lance Miliaccio, the Crypto Bros, baby. This is your ultimate deep dive into everything crypto, blockchain, and decentralized finance. And I don't care whether you're a seasoned investor or a newbie just stepping into the world of digital assets for the very first time. We're going to break you expert insights, top interviews, exciting new projects, breaking news, and game-changing innovations shaping the future of digital assets. Because in this show, in crypto, we trust. George B.
What's up?
Got a little hiccups there. I got a couple of hiccups. I don't know why.
Do you?
Yeah, probably wasn't getting enough air from talking too fast.
Yeah. Sounds good.
Well, here we are, another show of the Crypto Power Hour. Say hi to the Crypto Mafia. Hopefully you guys are doing well. We appreciate you guys tuning in. 7 a.m. on Wednesdays, 7 a.m. on Fridays. You have established us as the number one crypto show on Rumble based on views. So it's a big deal. Now we just need to get our follower count up. So if you haven't hit that follow button, you know what to do, baby. Hit it. You can do the follow paid subscription. It's $5 a month. It supports the show. If you want to throw us a Rumble Rant tip, I also want to point out we've got the Rumble wallet accepting tips in crypto now. You can tip us over here. You can also tip us on the bigmig.com website for crypto. So we got that crypto wallet hanging. Sure could use some of those Tether, huh?
You know, Lance,
Tether tipping
I was just gonna say something because I know Chris Pavlovski's not up this early, which is rightfully so because he's doing a lot of work. He's a busy man. But you listen, Chris, even Pablo from Tether, you want to throw some Tether our way? Our Rumble wallet's open. We'd set up. Let's go. Hit a brother off. Number one crypto show in Rumble. Yeah, what's going on, bro?
Yeah, look at our views, man. We're crushing it. I mean, of course, it's because of all your help. We got Nick on the team. He's been a huge help for the show. We love him. We love the people at Rumble. Listen, Pablo, Chris, let's get you on the show, man. Let's talk about Tether. Let's talk about the wallet. Let's talk about everything that's coming up this year. Let's talk about Rumble Shorts. Let's do that. Let's get on here. We can bring you on separately or bring you on together, whatever. We're motivated. Get a hold of us here on the Crypto Power. You can hit us up at lm@thebigmig.com.
Lance,
you know how we do it.
Yes, sir. Unless Chris can't handle being on this crypto show, we might be too much for him. I might be calling you out, Chris. What's up?
You can't handle the crypto truth, Chris. Is that what you're saying, George?
Yeah, on crypto we trust. You know what, Chris? I got to put you on blast right now. Can you handle being on this show?
Be careful.
Calling you out, bro. Calling you out. That's all. You know what? Someone's got to do it. I'm going to do it. I'm going to step up to the plate. Let's go.
Listen, we are ready to go. We want you guys on board. We'd love to have Tether. Love to have Tether as a sponsor. Let's face it. This is your show. We could go 5 days a week. We just need the right sponsorship behind us. And we're ready to go full blast. Take it out like the big boys. All right. So, we do these education pieces because at the end of the day, we get lots of emails from people and they're like, wow, I really love your show because, you guys kind of break it down. Look, we're just a couple of noobers, a couple of guys, goober heads from New York and New Jersey. And we want to break it down in normal speak. So we like to do that. We like to talk about, a lot of people have asked this. They've been saying to George and I, I've got a lot of money in stocks. I mean, don't you think I'm okay? Well, look, we're not financial. This is never financial advice on this show, ever. All we're telling you is take the education and maybe talk to your own financial advisor because crypto's here to stay. And there are some massive opportunities right now. All this turmoil, it's standard. It's a new product. It doesn't scare me at all. We just keep buying more on all the dips, but you got to buy quality stuff. And to buy quality stuff, you have to know those projects. You have to know about, exchanges like Tether and the Tron network. If you don't know about it, then you can't do anything about it. So that's what this show's about. Educating, then talk to your own financial advisors. Lots of experts out there that are a lot smarter than George and I. But we're going to break it down for you. But, not only do we like crypto, you guys know that, but we love our sponsors over Genesis Gold Group. Not only do they have an amazing crypto product, blocktrustira.com, they've also got what? Yeah, silver and gold. Take a look at those prices. Woo! 2 years ago, we started pushing silver and gold. We told you better check it out. We think it's undervalued. Hopefully you listened to the Big Mig Show, not because it was financial advice, but because you just took it as common sense and went and talked to your own advisors. And they said, these guys might be right. Maybe you ought to have a little diversification. Well, this is the prepper bar, the 62.2 gram prepper bar, perforated and easily broken down into your choice of 3 separate denominations. You can see when I'm tilting it, you can see that there's a small, medium, and a large on there. You snap off a small piece to make a payment. You say, Lance, why would I need this? Well, we're $40 trillion in debt, and I still haven't heard this administration come out with a solution for that. Let's face it, a lot of economic uncertainty, economic turmoil, call it whatever you will. You can break off a piece if your credit cards aren't working, if the US dollar tanks, and you got a way to protect you and your family, stick it in an underwear drawer or sock drawer. That's what it's all about. Diversification, economic turmoil, protection from what? Economic uncertainty. Head over to thebigmigbar.com. Now, listen, they've got them in stock right now. They're very low on silver. I just heard it this morning. Low on silver. So heads up. Use all caps PREPPER, PRE, PPR. That's PRE, PPR. That'll get you 10% off on the silver, 5% off on the gold. Thebigmigbar.com.
Break me off a piece of that prepper bar.
Now, we could be doing commercials like that for Tether. Of course, they'd be more tasteful probably because, we got to throw a little bit of our style in there. But listen, we're the common man, right? We want to make sure that everybody doesn't miss out on the opportunity for generational wealth. You got to have a crypto wallet. You might as well be using the Rumble crypto wallet. Why not? Tied up to one of the best companies out there, Tether. So it's big news here. We'll be covering more of that. Let's get them on the show. Chris, we need you. All right, crypto versus stocks, George. Survey says 65% of crypto and stockholders say crypto has stronger 10-year potential. Wow. That's a powerful statement. George, why don't you tell us why? Did you like what I threw that survey says? Isn't that from like Family Feud or something?
Survey says? Is it
I think it's from Family Feud? Yeah, I had to throw that in there. It felt like maybe they'll have me host Family Feud. Survey says, yeah, of course, key takeaways.
Is it Family
Crypto?
Feud? I don't even know.
Man, better returns than stock in the past 12 months for most dual asset holders. Of course, those that invest in both crypto and stocks. With 42% reporting, their digital assets outperform their stock portfolios compared to just 31% who saw stronger stock performance in the past year. Well, so the majority saw better, and I guess it all depends on what assets you held, George.
Yeah, true. But, stay away from the meme coins. I think you'll be all right because crypto confidence is surging, baby, way ahead of the stocks. And among those who invest in both categories, check this out. 61% reporting increased confidence in digital assets over the past year compared to only 53% who gained confidence in the stock market. That's an 8% point confidence gap. Favoring what? Crypto. Listen now, in crypto we trust right here on this show. Crypto is going to emerge as in the crisis investment of choice. Listen, you see the banks are starting to move along. We got when we do the news segment in the second half, you're going to hear some good stuff. What's going on? You're going to know why crypto's emerging as the best investment over stocks. 33% of investors prefer to allocate new money to digital assets. What? During global uncertainty. That's more than stocks, which is 20%, or cash, which is 19%. That is unbelievable. Why do you think gold is surging right now? And silver. Big. I mean, silver, Lance, it's back in October, it was like $40, $42. Now it's like $110. In how many months? 4 months? Maron. Look, you have 69% are backing up this confidence by what are they doing? They're planning to increase their crypto allocations within the next 12 months. And you always hear us talk about blocktrustira.com. All you got to do is visit thebigmigcrypto.com. It'll take you right to it, and you can check it all out and set up your IRA, and you'll be good to go. Because both men and women, Lance, they're bullish on crypto expansion, but obviously men show more immediate plans. Check that out. I don't know, ladies. Let's go. Catch up. We know you're with us. 74% plan to increase crypto allocations in the next year compared to 59% of women. It's all right. I have faith in the women. I think they'll come around once they understand it more. Hopefully they'll get their friends, tell them to watch this show. They can get educated and learn more and then get more involved in crypto. That's why Lance and myself were doing this. I mean, it's big. So what do we got? We got crypto versus stocks. We have a survey. And this is all due to the rise of cryptocurrency and how the world is viewing it through financial freedom, DeFi, decentralization, no government control. No, it's for the people. Built for the people, by the people, for the people. Something like that. Right, Lance?
No doubt. At the end of the day, I think it's here to stay. When you start looking at the institutional acceptance of crypto, you know about SWIFT, you know what XRP is working on. There's going to be a replacement for the banking system. you really can't, underestimate what the future holds because you're getting in at the very beginning. Sure, you're not buying Bitcoin in 2009, and I understand that. We all wish we did. But the point is, well, there is another Bitcoin coming up. There will be other coins and other projects that are going to be, incredibly successful. And you may be able to double dip. You may be able to buy the coin, right? You might be able to buy the coin attached to a project like Ripple's XRP, and you might be able to buy stock in the company. A lot of these companies are going public. So the point is, the world's view is changing. We're talking about financial freedom, and decentralized finance is going to offer speed. It's got global reach, and this is global reach like never before, right? We're seeing modern portfolios, which are, of course, strategically combining digital and traditional assets like stocks. You've got people, creating bots for trading, and they're hedging and they're doing arbitrage on digital assets. That is going to be more usage, which is going to increase the volume. So the big questions you always have to ask yourself is, how do these dual asset investors view their crypto holdings alongside their, of course, their traditional stock assets? What could make, and we say this a lot, you always wonder about the investor journey. And you have to ask yourself, when you're investing, what makes the journey better? Well, of course, everybody's going to say, well, when I'm making more money, I love to make more money. Well, yeah, I mean, that's an easy answer, but you also have to talk about, those asset categories. What are they going to be? What's going to be happening in the next decade? We already know AI is in full swing. Anybody that's not dead has been watching the Claude bot. They're watching people vibe code apps. They're watching people build polymarket bots. And we don't really have access to quantum computing yet. What's going to happen when quantum computing becomes the standard?
I'm getting Satoshi Nakamoto's wallet. That's what if I get some quantum computing fit before anybody.
We all gotta have dreams, and George's dream is to hack the Satoshi Nakamoto, and I don't blame him. I want to be part of that dream, George.
You will be, and so will all our people in the chat.
That's right. You know what? I'm going to make a commitment right now. If you're subscribing to the Big Mig Show, when we hack the Satoshi Nakamoto wallet, we're cutting you all in.
Lance,
you're
you know
all
what?
Getting part of the tape.
Matter of fact, I might even throw people at Rumble a bone if Chris comes on. Maybe Tether, the CEO, comes on. I'm just saying.
Maybe we get a little more big window, a little more big. I'm just saying. Just
show the love, man. Just show the love.
Chris, help us out a little bit. Maybe a little taste cases each. Can you do a little bit for us?
Oh, his last name is Ski, bro. Take it easy.
Yeah, it's a problem though. If we, I wonder what kind of havoc we're going to get for this show. All right, so
don't really care.
So they surveyed over 1,000 U.S. adults who hold both crypto and stock investments. So these are all people with dual assets, and I think those results reveal a lot of insight into investor sentiment. That these user market predictions, as well as the trading tools that people need to manage, I mean, these are diverse portfolios, and you're starting to see that integration. There's a lot of tools out there to help you. You can watch social media signals. You can track top cryptos, whale wallets. It's getting more and more sophisticated. It's not some kid lurking in a basement that's trading on his dad's laptop. And of course, it's gotten way past it. These are sophisticated systems that are coming to place, which opens up the doors for sophisticated investors. So, you look at the platforms, you look at Tether, you look at Kraken, you look at Uphold, Kraken Pro. The Kraken and Kraken Pro can already handle both crypto and traditional stock trading options. And I think what this all says, George, for me, confidence in the crypto market is outpacing confidence in the stock market. Because we've heard a lot of things about the stock market, about how it's controlled, right? The people, if you don't believe me, go investigate the GameStop story. There's a lot of corruption in that GameStop stock, and people know it. But here it is, decentralized finance, right? Something to protect the people. And it's outpacing confidence in the stock market.
So I just put first graph up. You're going to see it. What does it say? Portfolio performance, crypto versus stocks. And I can tell you right now, portfolio, if you had Block Trust IRA into your portfolio, your customers always been seeing over 250% returns. I don't see that. You're getting that on stock markets.
Their returns are over 400% over 4 years.
Yep.
And they're using AI to trade. So they trade on, and of course, we're talking about trading on volatility. They don't just buy and hold Bitcoin. And they're beating a buy and hold strategy of Bitcoin by far. So the fact that Animus Technologies, which you go through Block Trust IRA, which is the guys at Genesis Gold Group, amazing product. If you don't want to be the guy that has to learn everything about crypto, you go to a company like that. And there's more of those companies popping up, although those guys are head and shoulders. They're way ahead of everybody. They're the ones that won the award from Bitcoin Magazine. So it's a big deal. And look, Tether's platform, very easy to use. You want to look at the Tron network for speed, efficiency, great product. And that's what you have to think about. That's why more and more people, why their confidence is higher. Because, 53% of the respondents reported increased confidence in the US stock market over the past year. But crypto confidence went even higher, with 61% expecting greater faith in the digital ecosystem, right? The digital asset ecosystem, which a lot of that's got to do with announcements, right? You've got announcements coming from all over the world where strategic digital asset reserves are being created. You know about the one in the US, but we're not the only country doing it. There are a lot of companies stacking top crypto assets. They're stacking Bitcoin and Ethereum, Solana, XRP, and these are big infrastructure plays. And you got to think about it. I mean, Tether has a gold-backed, a coin that I think is an amazing product. Imagine secured through gold. Look at the value of that. Probably tripled in a very short time period, more than doubled. So I think the greater proportion of investors, that they have decreased confidence in the stock market. 26% of them said that. Where the crypto, market said 16% overall confidence increase. So I think, when you start looking at this now, of course, anytime there's a hack, anytime there's a break into wallets, everybody goes, oh my God, what's going on with crypto? Listen, it's no different. It happens in the banking world. We just have to get better and better and secure in these assets. Because of course, when quantum computing comes on, all bets are off. But I think, crypto is emerging as the preferred investment, in my opinion, George, because of global crisis. This is what people are turning to.
Well, I would too, because you never know. Like the banks go down, it's over. Look at the 2009 banking crisis. They had to be bailed out. Imagine what happens if they didn't get bailed out.
Mm.
Where'd you
be
be?
Done.
You don't have to get bailed out with your crypto because the money's there, baby. I'm not relying on the government banks. Let me put the graph up, Lance.
Whoa, crypto as a crisis hedge. Yeah, look at that. People think, especially the dual asset holders, they want to invest in new money in crypto during a global crisis. Why? Liquidity, ease of movement. You can have your hard wallet, travel around with it. And no, they're not going to stop you at the airport because you're carrying over 10,000 in cash. You think they're not going to stop you if you have, pounds of gold bullion? Yeah, they are. At the end of the day, it's easily movable, transferable, readily available.
You know what, Lance? A lot of people maybe are missing, and here's a big point. I got to bring it up. I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Is let's say there's a global. We're talking about global, right? And the banks could be down, anything could be down, but you can go with your crypto wallet to whatever country you want. As long as that guy has a crypto wallet, you can exchange crypto, buy products, do what you need to be done.
Yeah, look, can't do that with real estate. That's for sure.
You ain't getting in the banks. If there's a global crisis, you know how the banks act. They don't want to let transactions through. They want to hold it for security reasons. You don't know. Or they just don't have the money to use an excuse.
And really, crypto is becoming a long-term store of value. It's really a crisis hedge. And the point is that long-term store of value, you've heard that terminology. Of course, you want to be in top coins. We're not talking about meme coins. We're talking about altcoins. We're talking about the ISO 20022 tokens. Those are the ones you want to look at because those are going to have stability because they're major parts of the ongoing development of infrastructure of many chains. Because, you've got multiple networks. Now, I know it seems confusing because you're like, well, I don't understand why there's so many networks. It's because there's a lot of projects. We're going to start to see a lot more clarity. There's going to be a lot of bridging in between those networks because the speed's already picking up. We're already seeing a lot of acceptance. You've heard, look at the company, look at Jamie Dimon. He was a crypto hater, haterade, big freaking full glass of haterade. Now, all of a sudden, it's crypto. He sees the writing on the wall. He's a smart investor, and he knows it's foolish to try to buck the salmon. He's looking at what's going on here, and it's just becoming more and more popular. The average person is likely to have a crypto wallet, and they're hoping for generational wealth. So right now, crypto allocations are outpacing stocks, 40% versus 32%, respectively. So among those 1,000 crypto and stockholders that were surveyed, 40% said that if they had additional funds available today, right now, they'd put them into crypto, compared to 32% who said they'd put it into stocks. Now, there was 26% of them that said they would split new funds between crypto and stock. Now, I guarantee if you asked that survey 2 years ago, it was nothing like that. So as mainstream media is more acceptance, as regulation becomes more solid, that we don't have that jerk off Gary Gensler in the White House, right? In the White House's ear, that helps. We've got good people, David Sachs and a lot of other people that understand that this industry is here to stay. Of course, it doesn't hurt to have a president that's fully invested into crypto himself, through his World Liberty Financial and, of course, True Social moves. But look, the 12-month allocation plans, crypto gains ground, long-term investment, you see it right there, increased 69%, stock allocation 63%, stayed the same, 22% in crypto, 27%, decreased 7%, 10% in stock, undecided 1 and 1. So it looks like there, the increase, the big move is into crypto. So women are more likely to hold steady. Now, it sounds like women have diamond hands, George, the diamond hands, the hodls. Is the women, not the men. I guess the men are more emotional when it comes to their investments, right?
I mean, listen, usually women are what? They're the ones that are savers of money where, it all depends. But they got the advantage on this one. What, 28% of planning to keep their crypto allocation unchanged versus 20% of men? Okay. Differences, huh? So men will jump in on stuff to buy, but if women that are in are more likely to save instead of wasting the crypto or put it properly.
Yeah.
I mean,
they look like it's an interesting trend, but women more likely to hold steady. Yeah. So if they're in, they'll hold steady, but the men are more willing to jump in. I guess that's how we are, right? That's the way we operate. We're like, that sounds like a great idea. Let's get some Bitcoin. All right. Well, crypto, of course.
Speak for yourself.
You've got a seat at the table now, too.
60-40 portfolio is evolving. That's what they say. Best have long been praised on this traditional 60-40 portfolio. They're actually dedicating 60% of their investments to stocks and the remaining 40% to bonds or other fixed income investments. Well, what does that tell you? That's a basic concept that aims to provide growth through equities, which is maintaining stability through fixed income. But, however, and this is a big but, the data that we collected suggests a potential fundamental shift that's taken place across a modern digital economy. Why? Because crypto is where it's at. Look, the banking, this old, antiquated, outdated, and they keep you under the wraps. They want you hooked in. But meanwhile, crypto is financial freedom. Do what you want, when you want, how you want, 24/7 with it. And the banks are scared. That's why they were trying to sabotage the Clarity Act in their favor, because they don't want to change. They want to be who they are.
And don't forget, there is a lot of discussion on the Hill about certain cryptos accruing and being able to be bought and sold tax-free. You don't ever hear that about the stock market. Capital gains tax is going to crack you. If that goes through and they make crypto holdings, I don't know which ones. I don't know if it'll be Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, Solana, Tether, who knows?
I got some news for you in the second half of that show about that, Lance, so don't spoil it.
But I'll tell you, if that happens, if that's a lock, then there's no way you're going to be able to compete in the stock market, because growing your crypto tax-free, no capital gains, all I'm going to say is, holy shit, that'd be unbelievable. Your compounding would go through the roof potentially. And of course, don't think that isn't going to make the public go feeding frenzy. So let's talk about crypto versus stocks. Really, what's the difference when it comes to crypto and stocks? Because everybody's going to say, well, they're both investment assets. I mean, you invest in both of them, but they operate in completely different ecosystems, Stocks always represent ownership in a specific company. So when someone buys a stock, they're buying a share of that company's future earnings and their growth, right? Hopefully you're going to get a dividend. They're regulated, right? We know the SEC strongly regulates, the stock market. It's centralized exchanges. They don't offer trading on the weekend. They're saying they're going to go to weekend and 24-hour trading. There's a lot of discussions about it. I know some ETFs are already doing it. Is it going to go in that direction? I don't know. To compete, they might have to. But crypto assets, on the other hand, of course, they're digital, but they're decentralized. They're powered by blockchain technology. They're on blockchain networks. They're governed by the code or a community rather than central authority. That's why they have Bitcoin miners. That's why there's nodes because they help in the process. Most crypto markets are open 24/7, 365. You get more flexibility. Of course, you get volatility, much more than traditional markets. But, they're all part of what I would consider a smart, diversified investment portfolio. I don't think you can ignore them. And George, let's explain to the audience, because I think it's important, because this is going to come up. What are cryptocurrency stocks?
What are they, right? I mean, when I first saw that, I was like, heard of that. I'm like, wait, what? What the hell's a what? Well, I'm going to tell you what they are. Cryptocurrency stocks, they're shares of publicly traded companies that actually operate in the crypto industry. Now, they could be things that maybe like crypto exchanges, mining farms, blockchain technology providers, or even companies that hold significant digital assets, reserves on their balance sheets. So, for example, I'll give you an example. Bitcoin stocks, right? They're traditional financial assets often linked to the Bitcoin cryptocurrency. But unlike cryptocurrencies, these stocks will actually trade on traditional stock markets and follow the same regulatory rules as other equities. I don't like that. But they offer exposure to the growth of the crypto sector, but without requiring direct ownership of digital assets. Now, you may ask yourself, stocks, crypto stocks, which should I invest in?
I want to point out, for example, Tether's still privately held crypto company. Ripple is still a privately held crypto company. Doesn't mean they won't go public in the future, but right now they're privately held. Coinbase is actually a public company. The call sign, I think, is Coin. So that's what you're talking about. You're talking about specific entities that have gone public. And look, Circle went public. There are many more crypto companies that are going to go public. I believe the people that sponsored the show, Solum Global, they're likely to go public. So I'm saying that these are the opportunities. So now you find a company that you really feel like, let's say Tether. If you love Tether, right? If you love their coin, if you love their projects, if you love their chain, of course, if they go public, it'd be a great opportunity for you. Let's say you're staking with Tether and you love Tether. You're like, hey, I'm going to buy some of the stock. You might even get an opportunity. Who knows? Maybe Tether will allow people that are staking to go ahead and participate in a Tether offering. So that's interesting stuff. And I think there's going to be incredible, vast opportunities about that. So go ahead, George, take it from there, brother. I didn't mean to step on you. I just want to make that clear.
Talk so fast, Lance. Got to slow down, let the people digest what you're saying. Like, All right. So stock versus crypto. What should I invest in? Great question. Question for the ages, maybe. But decide whether you want to invest in crypto stocks. All depends on your financial goals. What your investment style and risk appetite is. I mean, there's risk in both. If you want to take higher risk, there's even higher risk in crypto. Go for the meme coins. I suggest you don't, but you can do what you want. But those looking for steady, long-term growth with predictable returns, they might favor one over the other. And there could be so many different reasons. I don't know. It all depends. But crypto may appeal more to those with a higher risk tolerance or even an interest in emerging technologies. Because let's face it, anything tech, it's going to be emerging. It's the wave of the future. AI, tech, anything tech. Crypto is tech. Swift Bank is not. It's fast moving. It trades around the clock. Oh, I love it. And offers exposure to a new class of digital assets with unique use cases. Now, you're going to see time, like different investors will build portfolios that include both. Listen, that's diversity. That's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with diversity. But rather than choosing one asset over the other, diversify. Have both. See what you like. See what's doing better for your portfolio. But however, specific allocation will come down to how actively someone wants to manage their investments and why they're aiming to achieve.
Yeah. You always have to look at your goals and always talk to your own financial experts. If you don't have a crypto financial expert, then find one. We're not financial advisors. We don't hold any of the licenses, but we do have a lot of expertise and knowledge. We love to share that with you, educating and unifying the crypto community every single episode. Here we are. We're going to take a short break. When we come back, can you have a watch that mines Bitcoin?
Sort of.
The answer is stay tuned. We'll be right back with that information. The Crypto Power Hour, powered by Solum Global. While we're on the break, hit that follow button. Take the live link. Share it far and wide. And don't think maybe think about Rumble Premium. It's a good deal. You get Perplexity. You're going to get the Tether wallet. Join the community on Rumble, fastest growing platform on the internet, and they've got shorts coming. So big news. Stay tuned.
Are you ready to stand up for your community and support your local sheriff? Join the Constitutional Sheriffs and Peace Officers Association and become a vital member of the Sheriff's Citizens Posse. At CSPOA.org, we empower citizens like you through weekly webinars, arming you with the knowledge to back your constitutional county sheriff. Together, we can uphold our Constitution and ensure liberty and justice for all. Your community needs you now more than ever. Visit CSPOA.org and join the Sheriff's Citizens Posse today. Make a difference. Stand for freedom. That's CSPOA.org. Your country, your fight, your future.
What if you could predict your financial future? And what if you could trade on it? Introducing Block Trust IRA, the future in your hands. An astonishing 88,000 millionaires were created last year from the Bitcoin boom, and you could be next. Block Trust IRA is the only crypto management firm powered by AI-driven strategies, ranked #1 in the world by Bitcoin Magazine. The Block Trust IRA platform is built for everyone, from first-time buyers to seasoned investors. Predictive AI technology that was once only reserved for insiders and elites is now available to you. It's time to leave the old buy and hold strategies behind. Your assets are protected with military-grade security, offline cold storage, and $200 million in insurance. Visit BlockTrustIRA.com to book your free consultation and ask how to claim up to $2,500 in deposit bonuses today. Bitcoin changed the game. AI changes the strategy.
Hi folks, I'm here today to introduce you to the Prepper Bar from PrepperBar.com, the most unique precious metals product we have seen in a long time. These 62-gram bars are perforated and easily broken down into your choice of 3 different sizes to fit a multitude of needs. Whether it be from asset protection from inflation, economic turmoil, or its unique utility for barter and trade, the Prepper Bar makes a perfect gift for all the precious metal lovers out there. Exclusively made here in the USA and selling out fast. Available in both gold and silver, these slim Prepper Bars fit neatly in your wallet, and their utility enables use in any situation.
Forged through rigorous training and honed by the finest instructors on earth, these canine units serve beside our nation's warriors as they fight to preserve what we cherish. When these warriors complete their duty, the Warrior Dog Foundation provides them with a home deserving of the service they've given us all. At our state-of-the-art kennels, they receive rehabilitation and care suitable for heroes, because that's what they are. Be a part of giving them a future today. Visit WarriorDogFoundation.org.
All right, welcome back to the Crypto Power, powered by Solem Global. Here with your host, Crypto Bro Lance Migliaccio, yours truly, George Ballantine. Got the Crypto Mafia in the chat, Chris. Watch out, bro. I'm just saying. Crypto Army's out there too, looking for you guys. Want to bring you in, bring you on the show. Come join the chat, do something. It's a little something, something. Anyway, don't forget to hit that thumbs up button, like, share, follow button. And if you could subscribe for $5 a month, truly appreciate it. Helps the show out, helps us grow. But right now, I got to give a shout out to our sponsor, because Lance and I had the perfect solution for the people that can't watch our crypto 24/7. We're just talking about difference between stocks and crypto investments, portfolios. Well, guess what? This is why I want to tell you about BlockTrustIRA.com. They're bringing access to cryptocurrency wealth to everyday people. Their exclusive Animus AI trading platform works 24/7, analyzing market data and executing advanced crypto strategies that go far beyond buy and hold. Now, this is sophisticated technology. It was once reserved only for Wall Street insiders. Now it's available to you. And it's no surprise this system was named #1 crypto technology platform by Bitcoin Magazine out of more than 1,500 global competitors. So, I don't know whether you're a teacher, truck driver, small business owner, a retiree watching inflation eat away your savings, Block Trust IRA or Advanced NMS gives everyday Americans the same advantages as a financial elite. And clients, we've been talking about it, they're already been seeing over 250% returns on their investments, all with military-grade security and up to $200 million insurance. Your wealth is fully protected. So don't wait. Visit bigmidcrypto.com today and see how you can join this financial revolution that's finally given everyday Americans access to the crypto opportunity of a lifetime. Once again, visit bigmidcrypto.com today and you can get up to $2,500 of free crypto. You heard me correctly, $2,500. Take a screenshot, QR code's right here, save to your photo files, do it later. Bitcoin Watch. What?
Hey, before you go on, you know what I love about Block Trust IRA? The concept that you set it and forget it with people that are real experts and you don't have to panic about it. You put your money in and it grows and you just get the compounding and you don't have to be, watching the crypto markets because we watch them all the time and it is time consuming. So it's a great product, blocktrustira.com. Go ahead.
Yep. So
this is pretty cool though. I got to say this was a cool idea.
Hush up, Lance. You said I can go. Come on. I know you like our watch,
cool.
man, but no, I'm on deck right now. Slow your roll. So luxury watchmaker Jacob and Company, they just announced, get this, a watch that can mine Bitcoin. You're like, what? And I was like, what? Your hand must get really hot.
Yeah, I was thinking that
because mining generates a lot of heat, but they partnered with gold mining to announce this epic X gold mining watch. This was on January 23rd this year. It's a 40,000, it's not 40,000, limited edition timepiece. Timepiece that's bundled with 1,000. What is that? Teraseconds, how you say it in the regular THSs, I believe, or hashes?
Yeah, terahashes.
Terahashes, sorry, of Bitcoin mining power via digital miner earning real Bitcoin awards. Now,
that's the hash rate and the speed, 1,000 hash rate. So but it's
cool.
On. They packaged it up.
Lance,
I think it's a cool idea.
Hold on. You can talk in a second. I got a question because you're going to answer this question. The watch itself doesn't mine. The mining is handled remotely. But I just have one thing. If this thing really mined, how it would kill the battery in seconds because that's how much power a miner uses.
Yeah.
Think about it.
Listen, the miners are getting more efficient. There's a new miner that has a crazy hash rate. I got to show you, George. I meant to do it the other day.
But how would
It's only like $25 a month to run it.
All right, nice. But how would you even... I don't understand. Like, how did he even get off saying this is a Bitcoin, like a Bitcoin mining watch, when it doesn't really mine, though?
They packaged it up as a limited edition. It's a catchy marketing idea. Don't get me wrong; it doesn't really mine. It would be great if it had some kind of communication with your miner. I don't think it has that. But it's Jacob and Company. They've always got the next biggest and best. They crank out these watches with limited edition. I like the concept of the first ones to do it. Now you have a clip for this, don't you?
Yeah, you know what it's going to be? It's going to be the big crypto people. Look what I got, because it's going to be limited edition.
Yeah, it's going to be the big Bitcoin players.
Yep.
Check it out,
Bitcoin
bro.
Maxis. I would take one. I would like to buy one, but I ain't got 40 grand to waste on it.
Maybe the guys at Rumble will buy us a pair of them.
I doubt it. And don't buy me a pair. Give me the 40,000 in Tether. I'll take that.
Oh yeah, I'd rather have the 40,000 in Tether.
No, you said you wanted the watch. You get the watch.
No, I'll take
the
Tether.
Too late.
Nope.
I get the Tether. You get the watch. All right, let me show the video.
I mean, great idea, great strategy to team up with Go Mining. I got to give them credit. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool idea.
It is.
All right, let's talk about Morgan Stanley.
Yeah.
They officially hired a head of digital asset strategy. Wow. That's a big move for Morgan Stanley. They were an anti-cryptoer. Of course, Bloomberg reported that Morgan Stanley, of course, one of Wall Street's largest institutions, managing, get this number, over $9 trillion in assets. God, that's a big number. And they've got $2 trillion in wealth management. Now, Amy Oldenburg is his first head of digital asset strategy. That's a newly created role, formalizing the bank's accelerated push into cryptocurrencies and blockchain technology. Oldenburg, a 25-plus year veteran at the firm since 2001, has led other departments like emerging markets, equity, and oversaw digital asset initiatives within Morgan Stanley Investment Management. This is, of course, this is big stuff. We heard about Bitcoin and Solana ETFs, Ethereum. There's a plan for a proprietary digital wallet over there at Morgan Stanley with tokenized assets. So this is a deliberate shift. You knew it was going to come. You knew they couldn't stay on the sideline for forever. So I think when you see this kind of leadership appointment, you see this kind of internal promotion strategy, taking a long-time insider and converting them into a different head department. Of course, they don't understand the Morgan Stanley infrastructure, so that's easy. And this goes along with the 2026 SEC filings for Spot Bitcoin Trust, Solana Trust with potential staking, and related Ethereum products at Morgan Stanley. So, they're becoming a distributor to an issuer of crypto ETFs. Big impact for clients, an opportunity to expand.
Well,
listen, 19 million wealth management clients. That's a lot of clients. 19 million wealth management clients.
Well, what's amazing is here's Morgan Stanley, a crypto denier. Once again, jumping on the crypto bandwagon, right? Well, guess what some of their future plans are? Some of their future plans includes launching a digital wallet for tokenized assets, which are going to include equities and potential private securities. This is going to happen, they say, later in the year. But this is going to further embed blockchain into traditional finance infrastructure. Because they know if they don't jump on this, they're going to be left in the dust. That's why the banks are like, they're pulling their tails right now, because they were all deniers. They tried to control the narrative, didn't work, and now they're late to the game. But better late than never, banks. Better late than never, I should say.
Hey, I agree. But there is something in historical context. I got to leak this. Morgan Stanley's come out publicly, but a lot of people don't know this. So they have what they consider high net worth clients. I have no idea what the threshold is. I'm clearly not the high net worth client. I'm sure we're talking about people with a B, but they have been offering those high net worth clients since 2021 via, of course, third party spot Bitcoin ETFs and partnerships. But they gave them access in 2021. So Morgan Stanley isn't new to this market, but they were only offering it to their top clients, because they'd be like, George, we know you're one of our best clients. If you want to do some digital assets, we have a way for you.
That's so freaking biased, man. That's bullshit.
I know, right? Right. So not the regular people, not the rest of the wealth management roster. Only the top echelon got to get that little early taste into the crypto market.
You know what, Lance?
Through Morgan Stanley.
But that's why Block Trust IRA, just go to crypto.com. I mean, that's what we're talking about. Because they tried to hide that technology, but someone built a better technology right now and is offering it to everyday Americans. Yeah. So you don't need the Morgan Stanleys.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. Look, listen, that's what decentralized finance is about, but this is a big move on them. And I think this is a firm-wide strategy. It's not something just, specific to that one department. It's led by a bunch of the co-presidents. And of course, they're focusing on connecting the wealth management, investment management, and all the other units. They want to have they want to have it be agency-wide. But listen, it's going to enable a lot of revenue. It's going to get a lot of people onboarding crypto that never would have done it today, because it's simplicity. Early crypto, everybody knows your wallet, the seed phrases, different exchanges. You got to have a wallet over here. You got to have this is going to be unifying that market. And as Georgia said, one of these days, somebody's going to come out with a system that allows you to do it all in one spot. Won't matter what the exchange is, won't matter what crypto you want to buy. It'll be the one-stop shop for everything. I don't know who's going to do it first. A lot of those bridges are being built now. But look, the public markets like it. Everybody on X is bullish. The crypto community is bullish that Morgan Stanley's coming in. And they're saying this is a massive institutional adoption, and it's moving toward crypto. I mean, I think it's big, George. What do you think?
I think it's huge. Look, by Morgan Stanley doing this appointment of Amy Allenberg, making her this head of digital asset strategy, what are they doing? They're combining their aggressive ETF filings with their upcoming digital wallet. They're going to make a pivotal acceleration to institutional crypto adoption. Now, like Lance is saying, they were doing this behind the scenes for only a certain few of their
on the DL
people that invested with them, on the DL since 2021. I mean, it took them 5 years, huh?
Yeah, they had a crypto mistress and they never told you about it.
I would like, you know what, Lance? I would like Morgan Stanley For the
Explain
people,
that.
no, for the people that did want to invest when
Yeah.
they offered it in 2021, I don't need the names, but how did they do with their investments into crypto, their portfolios from that point till now?
I'd have to say they probably kicked ass depending on
So-
what they bought.
Okay,
I mean, what was the price? Let me look it up. 2021. What was the price on Bitcoin?
it doesn't have to be Bitcoin. It could have been anything.
I know, but I'm just looking at Bitcoin price.
So,
Let's just see what it.
Here's a question:
Go ahead.
if Morgan Stanley did that good, what took you guys so long? Look how much money you lost out on. Could have made a lot more. Scared money don't make money.
Yeah. I don't know how much Bitcoin was in 2021.
Google's not telling you.
It's because it's pulling up today's price. I don't know why. Probably because I typed.
You talk,
in
I'll
there.
find it. I'll get it for us.
So here's the deal. Why don't we play the clip? You can do it. You can do it while we're playing the clip. We've got her right here.
All right, here we
Let's hear
go.
it from the horse's mouth.
TradFi is getting more into crypto?
I do think that this is a step forward, at least for Morgan Stanley. All of the banks have started to come out publicly and express their path forward as it relates to exposing their clients to crypto, whether that's trading, custody. There's various flavors and really levels to which these banks have either dug deep or are just starting. I would say that Morgan Stanley is kind of on the more just starting camp. You have firms that have been in this space for a while. JP Morgan is a little bit further down the road. They have announced their own efforts with regards to working with Coinbase. But with today's announcement, it's really Morgan Stanley's commitment to furthering their efforts as it relates to crypto. They previously had filed earlier last month for ETFs that are all crypto related. And last year they made an announcement about working with this cryptocurrency infrastructure provider, Zero Hash, and that's to expose their E-Trade clients who want to trade with them. So they have already made some announcements, but this appointment is really, here's how we're going to engage both internally, organize the company, make sure that we have our crypto related initiatives going forward. And then also this appointment is going to be a path forward to connecting with crypto related companies that they can work with outside of Morgan Stanley to further their efforts as well.
Oh, so like investment banking clients, that kind of thing too. How much do you read into this being an offering on the wealth management platform? Because that is Morgan Stanley's bread and butter. I mean, investment banking is certainly a big part of the firm, but where it really gets its stability is from that massive wealth management business.
Yes, and also this Amy Oldenburg, she's coming from Morgan Stanley Asset Management. So she's had this experience and she's been at the bank for over 20 years. This new role that she's going to be stepping into, she's going to help both connect the asset management side, the wealth management side. She's going outside of her current purview. She had been previously head of emerging markets within MSIM. So now I believe that this is Morgan Stanley's, again, commitment to connecting all of the various businesses, wealth being one of them. And you are right, wealth is really a core to their client strategy.
All right, so I got Lance's answer.
Glancers? You got Lancers. That's a good
So
idea.
in 2021, Bitcoin started off in like January around 29,000. And it peaked at an all-time high of nearly 69,000 in November. So during that time, it went up, went down, went up and down. But it closed off at 46,000. So let's just say they invested in when it was 68,000. Just shits and giggles, everybody. What's it trading at right now? 90,000? Let's say 88,000. So they're up $20,000 a piece on whatever Bitcoin they bought. I think that's pretty good.
No doubt. We don't know what else they bought, but the insider deal. All right, good news coming out of the SEC. Of course, Paul Atkins, we like him.
It's big
He's
news.
doing a decent job of
Big
disseminating the SEC versus crypto. He says now, listen to this. You know, Gary Gensler would have never said this. Now is the right time to open the $12.5 trillion sitting in 401k retirement market into the crypto market. Now, those floodgates, when those open, I'm going to warn you, when that demand starts to come in, if they start allowing people to transfer 401k assets, IRA assets into the crypto market, and it's promoted by the government, oh yeah, all bets are off on these values because there's going to be a dramatic shortage. Just imagine if 2 or 3 or 4 trillion goes into Bitcoin, what that does to the Bitcoin price. Ethereum, XRP, Solana, Tether. All right, this comes amid broader efforts to position the U.S. as a global crypto leader. You know, that's Trump's plan. Go ahead, George.
I just want to iterate what you said. Did you hear what Lance said? SEC Chair Paul Atkins says now is the right time to open the 12.5 trillion 401k retirement market to crypto. I'm just going to say 2 things. Go to the bigmigcrypto.com today and look into the Block Trust IRA. That's it.
No kidding.
I'm just going to leave it at that.
Yeah. Absolutely.
I don't know what else more I got to tell you. Just check it out. I'm serious.
And you know why George says that? Because the market impact is going to legitimize by doing this. If they all of a sudden say 401ks, okay, you can do it. It's going to legitimize crypto as a long-term asset class. It's going to be right along bonds and stocks. So it's going to benefit all the platforms, Coinbase, Binance, Kraken, Uphold, you name it, Tether. They're all going to benefit. And I think, the fact that we now have some guardrails and we're putting that in place, it's going to put, these guardrails, of course, access in this situation would be limited to professionally managed funds. So they're talking about, having some kind of safety guardrails in there, which of course would protect retirees from massive volatility. They would figure out how to do it with ETFs and other than just direct investment in one crypto, they would diversify. But listen, the joint, you have to think about the SEC and the CFTC. Those initiatives are really starting to harmonize crypto regulation. We're not seeing this extreme, like, no, we're not going to do it. And that's why so many companies established themselves out of the country because they were afraid of the SEC. We didn't have the CFTC, so that, and don't get me wrong, you're going to get some mixed reactions. People don't necessarily want to feel like, you want to celebrate the potential for influx of capital in the crypto market. But of course, then you got the naysayers like Senator Pocahontas Warren, warns of risk to retirement security because she's a naysayer in the crypto world. I think you're seeing a bigger shift. This is a lot of money. You're talking about Morgan Stanley, 9 trillion. You're talking about 401ks, 12.5 trillion. That is over $20 trillion in potential investors. Let's say 10% come in. That's $2.5 trillion. It's a big number. And if you think that's not going to move the crypto markets a bunch, well, then you definitely don't know too much about investing, and you better talk to your financial advisors. So sure, there's risk. You got to worry about volatility. Sure, there's community. People of course, in the crypto community are very bullish about this because they want to see that influx of capital. But there's a concern. There's still the naysayer. Let's play the clip, George, because I think the audience needs to hear this firsthand.
How do you think about crypto versus any other kind of investment for the average American family out there?
Well, Andrew, a lot of people are already exposed to crypto and other sorts of assets like that through their pension funds, and because they're managed by professional managers in those pension funds. So we're talking about the 401ks now, where we have to do things with respect to the different markets very carefully. We're focused right now on private securities, private equity funds, and things like that, where again, a lot of people are already exposed to those in their managed pension funds, and so we're looking to allow people to have access to those through a 401k, through the professional management of the what is allowed into their funds, their trustees that are looking after those funds. But right. I think the time is ripe to go forward with that.
Yeah, I like the topic. I like the momentum there. But for the Binance holders, if you're a meme coinist, if you're one of those people that holds meme coins, you better check your Binance account because they just delisted 12 different meme coins. I won't go into the details. Just to warn you, that's what can happen. You get delisted, the value goes down because, of course, there's less acceptance. It's always concerning. I'm looking at the list. I don't recognize any of them except one. There's one on there, and the only reason I recognize because of the stupid name, Fart Dust. I recognize that meme coin. Anybody that invested in Fart Dust and you got delisted, you might deserve it. I don't know. All right, let's talk about this next story, George, because I think it's a big one. I think it's important to cover.
Well, I mean, I said it on our Big Mig show yesterday. people, we got announcements, and even early beginning of the show. But finally, Lance, finally, we are one step closer to clear regulation in crypto and less manipulation. Why? Well, the U.S. Senate Agricultural Committee has just passed a crypto market structure bill. Now, this bill is going to give the CFTC, which is Commodity Futures Trading Commission, the primary authority to regulate Bitcoin and treat it as a commodity, not a security.
That's big.
What?
Next. Can I do a little song with it? Okay, go ahead.
No, it's fine. We can dance to it. So the next step is a full House Senate vote, then House coordination, and then President Trump's signature, which we already know he's going to sign it. He agreed to. But this crypto market structure bill that has passed because of Republicans, as every Democrat voted no. The votes were 12-11. Every Democrat voted no. This is only because of Republicans.
Yeah, we need to make those Democrats need to be part of the Slapaho tribe. All of them seem to be bucking crypto. I don't know why they're a bunch of crypto haterade promoters.
Well,
just seems like it goes on and on. But I'm surprised that Republicans unified to get something through. I had to give them a round of applause. Finally, you guys did something right.
Well,
okay. Well, I like that. That's good news.
One last thing. So crypto regulation is no longer debate. It is actively being written into U.S. law. Lance, take it from here, baby. I don't even know how it goes.
All right. So this exciting news for your Bitcoin holders out there, those Bitcoin maxis, diamond hands, hodl, baby. The point is, it's coming. It's going to get better. Crypto's going to get better. Nothing on this show is financial advice, except I would tell you to go buy the Ripple and the, I'm sorry, I would tell you to go out and take a look at Ripple XRP, talk to your own financial investors. I tell you to go look at Tether. I love them. And at the end of the day, if you can do Rumble Premium with Perplexity, jump on board, get on the Rumble freight train. We're all on there. Chris, Pablo, get on the show, baby. Let's do it. Come in. Sprinkle us with some of the Tether into that wallet. We'll put it right back into the show. We might even buy some investment and buy some advertising on Rumble to continue to promote the show and support Rumble.
I'm holding it. I'm a holder. I'm going to hold my Tether, bro.
The crypto mafia, we love you. Thank you so very much. Wednesday, 7 a.m., Friday, 7 a.m. And if you love the Big Mig Show and you love our banter and the stupidity of sometimes how we act, join us over on Rumble, Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. Eastern Standard for our main show. It's our top show, and you can also catch our radio show on the Liberty News Radio Network. That's 3 to 9 million listeners nationwide. Tune in. It's how we do it. Last words, George.
Well, Lance, I got a jet because I'm going to get a cortisone shot in my shoulder before the other show. But we will see you at 11 a.m. for the Big Mig Show. It's Friday. It's a weekend. Let's hope we don't get this snowstorm. Please, God.
Peace out.
Have a good day. Love you guys.
Are you ready to stand up for your community and support your local sheriff? Join the Constitutional Sheriffs and Peace Officers Association and become a vital member of the Sheriff's Citizens Posse. At CSPOA.org, we empower citizens like you through weekly webinars, arming you with the knowledge to back your constitutional county sheriff. Together, we can uphold our Constitution and ensure liberty and justice for all. Your community needs you now more than ever. Visit CSPOA.org and join the Sheriff's Citizens Posse today. Make a difference. Stand for freedom. That's CSPOA.org. Your country, your fight, your future.
What if you could predict your financial future? And what if you could trade on it? Introducing Block Trust IRA, the future in your hands. An astonishing 88,000 millionaires were created last year from the Bitcoin boom, and you could be next. Block Trust IRA is the only crypto management firm powered by AI-driven strategies, ranked #1 in the world by Bitcoin Magazine. The Block Trust IRA platform is built for everyone, from first-time buyers to seasoned investors. Predictive AI technology that was once only reserved for insiders and elites is now available to you. It's time to leave the old buy and hold strategies behind. your assets are protected with military-grade security, offline cold storage, and $200 million in insurance. Visit BlockTrustIRA.com to book your free consultation and ask how to claim up to $2,500 in deposit bonuses today. Bitcoin changed the game. AI changes the strategy.
Hi folks, I'm here today to introduce you to the Prepper Bar from PrepperBar.com, the most unique precious metals product we have seen in a long time. These 62-gram bars are perforated and easily broken down into your choice of 3 different sizes to fit a multitude of needs. Whether it be from asset protection from inflation, economic turmoil, or its unique utility for barter and trade, the Prepper Bar makes a perfect gift for all the precious metal lovers out there. Exclusively made here in the USA and selling out fast. Available in both gold and silver, these slim Prepper Bars fit neatly in your wallet, and their utility enables use in any situation.
Forged through rigorous training and honed by the finest instructors on Earth, these K9 units serve beside our nation's warriors as they fight to preserve what we cherish. When these warriors complete their duty, the Warrior Dog Foundation provides them with a home deserving of the service they've given us all. At our state-of-the-art kennels, they receive rehabilitation and care suitable for heroes, because that's what they are. Be a part of giving them a future today. Visit WarriorDogFoundation.org.